This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Now I am back from my vacation, and so now let's get on with the news. So here now is the news for May 5th of 2025, and happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone, and happy belated May the 4th. Crane returns to the Magic Kingdom for reconstruction of Astro Orbiter. So, as you folks are probably aware, Astro Orbiter has been undergoing a very lengthy refurbishment. So they have now brought back the crane, so they can now reassemble the ride. We still don't know when it's going to be reopen. No reopening date has been announced, but just keep that in mind when you visit Tomorrowland, that there's going to be a giant crane again in the middle of Tomorrowland. All right. This next story I really like. So Disney has now debuted a new Romeo McGraw meet and greet character at the Magic Kingdom. So, who used to be Liverlips McGraw is now Romeo McGraw. They completely redid Liverlips. He got a new hairdo, a new outfit, a new look, a new name, everything. So now the old Romeo McGraw character is obviously, defunct. So now Romeo is meeting guests at the Magic Kingdom. So I really like that. Now he's meeting with, Big Al is out there, and Wendell is out there, and now Romeo McGraw is out there. So if you happen to see Romeo McGraw out there, go ahead and take a picture. Go ahead and snap a picture of him. All right. Disney debuts a new transportation and ticket center map with walking times to each of the parking lot areas. So if you don't want to take the trams to the parking area for whatever reason, there is now a big map at the transportation and ticket center telling you how far it is to each parking location. And Magic Kingdom is divided into two parking lots. One is the hero side, one is the villain side. So that's the map shows that as well. The heroes is to the right, the villains is to the left. I don't know why you wouldn't want to take the trams, because that's a really huge parking lot. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to take the trams, but if you don't, there's a map there now that tells you where each section is. All right. The town of Tumbleweed, which is part of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, gets a new paint job in latest Big Thunder Mountain Railroad construction at the Magic Kingdom. So they have repainted the town of Tumbleweed. So everything looks fresh and updated. I really can't wait for this to reopen. Still, unfortunately, a year away. It doesn't reopen till next year. But every single thing in this attraction is getting updated. And I really hope now that the goats are gone, now I hope that we get fully animatronic goats on this ride. That's what I would really hope. And I'm also hoping, that we get a brand new finale. That we get a better finale for our ride. Because our finale is not that great. It is not that great. So I really hope that we get, two things. I really hope we get animated goats, and I really hope that we get a new finale. Along with the new bells and whistles that we're supposed to be getting. I don't know what the bells and whistles are supposed to mean. They said it's going to be updated with new magic and new bells and whistles. So I hope that this is part of the new bells and whistles. But we're just going to have to wait and see. But that's what I would really like. Those would be the two things that I would really want in this updated version of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. New theming above broken Keystone Clothier's doorway is now painted at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So I don't have to go into that whole rant again about this broken doorway. I've already been done that. I've already been there, done that. But I am glad that they're now repainting this, and they're getting this they're finally fixing this problem. So good on them. Good on them. Good on Disney for fixing this. Alright, now as I probably don't even really have to tell most of you, yesterday was May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. Like, May the 4th be with you. It's May the 4th be with you. So that was celebrated yesterday at Disney's Hollywood Studios and at Disneyland at their version of Galaxy's Edge yesterday. There was a ton of new offerings. I know the lightsaber churros came back. There were popcorn buckets. There were meet and greets. There was a whole bunch of stuff. So go ahead and check out the other sites for all the offerings. There was a ton of stuff going on. I stayed well away from that because I knew that was going to be a madhouse. So and yesterday was I came home anyway, and it really wasn't all that great weather anyway, so I just decided to come home. I was supposed to come home yesterday anyway, but I came home early anyway because it was going to get rainy and nasty there yesterday, so I just decided to come home early. But May the 4th is the one day I do not go to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Just because I'm not a Star Wars fan. That's not my cup of tea. I know it's a lot of people's, it draws a huge crowd in. But that's why I don't go to Disney's Hollywood Studios on May the 4th, okay? But for those of you that did go, I hope you had a great time. And please, if you would like, post some pictures. Send some pictures my way of you enjoying the festivities. I'd like to see them. Okay. Scrim has now been removed, and additional seating. The additional seating areas are almost complete near Woody's Lunchbox in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So I'm really happy that they're almost complete, almost finished with this. Again, I really wish management would have figured that out earlier, but whatever. But I mean, we all knew that was going to happen sooner or later. Toy Story Land is awful in the summertime. There's no, prior to this, there was no shade, nothing to protect you from Florida's heat or Florida's rainy conditions in the summertime. So I'm glad that they have finally figured that out. I'm really glad that they have figured out that we screwed up. We screwed up, and now we're fixing this issue. So good on them. Damaged digital sign has now been fixed on World Drive at Walt Disney World. So if you're on Walt Disney World property and you're heading to Epcot, which is you have to take World Center Drive to get to Epcot. That digital sign had been broken for quite a while. It used to be in one part. The whole screen broke. Half of it got ripped off. We don't really know what happened. We don't know if a truck caught it or what. But they have now fixed it. What's interesting is now it's in two parts. So you have a kind of like the old sign, a bigger portion of the rectangle part of it, and then you have a small square box that takes up the second half of it. So it's now in two parts. So I guess now they don't have to fix that again. But at least that digital sign is now fixed, and I'm glad that they fixed that. Disney Junior Dance Party is closing temporarily for new DJ party in the Animation Courtyard, and the Animation Courtyard is hosting games and entertainment, this summer at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So that's great. Animation Courtyard really needs some new life in it. That's why I'm glad that this new Little Mermaid show is opening on May 27th. And it's going to give more people more chance to go back there, because that area is a ghost town. So I'm really glad that they're going to do this. I don't know if many people would be upset if Disney Play and Dance would close temporarily for this. Let me know how you feel, but it's not really everyone's favorite show, so I don't know if anyone's gonna miss it for this, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You'll just have to let me know. Let me know in the comments how you feel if you're gonna miss that. But I don't really see a lot of people complaining about it. I know a lot of kids will be bummed, but the adults probably is not going to be worried about it too much, okay? All right, and our last story is I'm going to, next week, a week from today, a week from this Monday, I'm going to preview Epic Universe next week. So I bought my ticket today. I'm going to go and preview it. Hopefully we'll have decent weather. Next week is forecasted to be extremely rainy again. We'll just have to wait and see. You just never know. You never know. With Florida, it's a toss up. But I did buy my ticket, and I'm going to go to Epic Universe, and I want to check this out. I really want to check this out and see what all the hype is, okay? So, I will be doing an honest review for you, so look for that in the upcoming weeks. But I'm going to preview this thing. And I'm going to see what it's like. Will I like it? I don't know. Will I not like it? I don't know. As most of you know, I'm not really a big Universal theme park person. I don't really like, I don't like how they, substitute animatronics with screens all the time. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I really know. I'm really excited about this. I'm interested to check this thing out. As regular viewers of you, when I did do the news show, when I did my last news show, I told you that there was going to be a massive dip in theme park attendance next year. Epic Universe is not going to help. Epic Universe is not going to help. Okay, people get they blame Disney, and they blame they say, no one wants to go to Disney anymore, and blah, blah, blah. That's not what's gonna happen. That's not what's gonna happen, okay? I said this on my last show, okay? People are now starting to realize that Florida is really extremely hot in the summertime. And not only that, it's extremely rainy in the summertime, okay? June through November is hurricane season here in Florida. Basically June through, the middle of October is is really when the hurricanes can hit. But hurricane season runs through November 30th, okay? But August, September, October, those months, that's when hurricane season really kicks in, okay? So people are now starting to figure that out. People are now starting to figure that Florida is unbearable in the summertime. Okay? June is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. July, it's hotter. August is really bad. That's when it gets really bad. August, September, those are the 2 months that are really bad. Okay? And I explained this last time. It's a number of things. It's the weather. Okay? First of all, it's the weather. People don't want to come to Florida in the summertime because they're starting to figure out that, wow, Florida is really god-awful in the summertime. It's extremely hot and it's extremely rainy. So that's number one. Okay? Number two is, the overseas crowd. The overseas crowd, the overseas tourists, it's now coming. Revenge travel is now coming to an end. Revenge travel is now coming to an end, and people they don't want to travel anymore, okay? They want to take a break, okay? And especially with the political climate right now, okay? Especially with the political climate, they don't feel welcome here in Florida, okay? So they obviously don't want to come to a state where they feel like that they're not welcome, okay? So that's another reason, okay? So there's gonna be more, United States visitors for sure, absolutely. But overseas tourism? No, it's going to die out, okay? It's going to fizzle out. And I wouldn't even put a lot of money in the United States tourism either, okay? Because again, COVID travel is kind of dying out, and even the United States travelers are figuring out that Florida is not that great in the summertime, okay? So Walt Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, everyone's going to feel a massive dip. Everyone is going to feel a massive dip in tourism, not just Walt Disney World, okay? So, if you're like us in Florida, be a great time to visit the theme parks, even though it's going to be unbearably hot, okay? But I would probably bet money that it would be a good time for us to visit, okay? And look, again, like I said, no amount of a new theme park or new shows or new rides at any of the parks is going to change that, They're just not, okay? So people need to stop all of this, well, no one's gonna want to come to Disney World anyway because they're too woke and blah, and everyone's gonna go to Universal and blah, blah, blah. That's not what's gonna happen, people. That is not what's gonna happen. And you are just kidding yourselves if you think that's what's gonna happen. Okay? So the joke's gonna be on you coming this summer, okay? But like I said last time, I will eat my shoe. I will eat my shoe if the tourism numbers here are really extremely high this summer. But I don't put much credence into that, okay? So we're just saying. We're just saying, okay? But I thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.